Good morning to you, and thank you for joining today's Kingdom Moment. It is the first day of the week, as we call it, Monday. Beautiful Monday, and we thank God for you. We thank God for being here. And we want to share a Kingdom Moment. But before we do that, please make sure that you are following us here on Facebook, our Kingdom Moments Facebook page. Also, wherever you're getting your podcasts, you can join us there. And you can also go back and listen to all the 2021 Kingdom Moments. They surely will bless you. Join us on our YouTube channel. We're trying to build that, trying to build the Kingdom Nation. Also, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram. So for the next couple days, we're going to talk about something that I know that we're all familiar with. And that is a race. And I'm reminded in Hebrews chapter 1, verses 1 and 2, it says, "Wherefore, seeing we are also compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down on the right hand of the throne of God." Now, when we read in Scripture, the Bible talks about and lets us know that Christianity and our salvation is not necessarily a sprint. But there are times when we have to recognize the race that we're in. And when I think in terms of track and field, and I think in terms of racing, you have the sprint, you have the medium distance, which is maybe a 440. And then you have the marathon races. Today, I want to speak to you about your sprint, because there are times in your walk where you will find that you're in a short-term race. And the thing that's important in a short-term race, as I'm reminded of Carl Lewis, one of the greatest sprinters of all time history. And what made him great, beside his speed, was the fact that he had a great start. He knew how to come off of the blocks, very powerful. He was quick. He was fast. And sometimes in a short race, you can get an edge on someone just by the start that you have, just by how you come out of the blocks. Your attitude must be different because you know you're only running a short distance. One of the things in a short race is that the focus cannot be on the people to the left or the people to the right, but you always must focus on your technique, you must focus on yourself, and you must focus on the finish line. So it is in those times of your life when it is a quick decision or a quick situation that you're dealing with. You have to be able, first of all, to lay aside all of the weights. In any race that you're running, you see the racer and those that are participating in the race, they have minimal clothes on because they don't want anything to hold them back. So what you want to do before you start your sprint is check to make sure that you don't have any additional baggage, any additional weights. You must focus on the task at hand, and you must come out of the gate very strong, because you only have a short distance to run and complete the course. Because this is not the medium turn race. This is not the long distance race. This is a sprint. And there are times in your life when God will put you in a situation where a work must be done quickly. And so I'm saying to you that in those moments, make sure that you're focused. Make sure that you don't have any additional baggage, thoughts, depressions, things that would hold you back, worrying about your friends or family or how they're going to get through and making decisions for them and being there for them. Sometimes the focus has to be on you. And as a Christian, sometimes we find it difficult to focus on ourselves because the Bible teaches us that we're to consider our brother and our sister. But there are times when you have to lay aside everything and you have to be focused on the task at hand. You have to be so focused and be precision on the goal for yourself so that you can place first in the race. I want you today, as you start your week, how you end the week is determined by how you start the week. Now, as we go on tomorrow and the next day, for those of you who don't get a good start, there is a recovery period, because if the race is longer, you can recover. But I want you to focus, and in this sprint of the time of your life that you're in a sprint, I want you to give 110%, knowing that the race that you're in, you're able to win the race if you stay focused, if you come out of the blocks fast like Carl Lewis would, if you explode off of the blocks, if you're not worried about the person next to you, to the left of you, or to the right of you, and your mind is centered on hearing that gunshot to tell you to go, and if you stay focused, you will find that you will give yourself an advantage in this race that you're in. This has been your Kingdom Moment. I am Pastor Kevin Jones. May God bless you today.